Good morning, boys and girls. So this week we learned about how we should take care of our homes, how we should clean up after ourselves, and how we should take care of our environment, the earth where we live. We should also take care of things that belong to us, like especially our toys, our books. We have to take care of them, otherwise they can get broken, and we have to be responsible when we play with other people's things, right? So what do you think this story is about? What do you think that looks like? Something with glasses, and he's sitting on top of something. Doesn't that look like a book? The name of this book is called Mr. Wiggles' Book by Paula, Craig, and Carol Thompson. Let's see what this story could be about. I am Mr. Wiggle. This book has made me cry. If you turn the page for me, I will show you why. Why do you think Mr. Wiggles looks so sad? What do you think's bothering him? Right, boys and girls, when we're upset, we have to tell someone about our feelings. Just by crying, how will someone know what's going on? I hope we find out what's bothering Mr. Wiggles. What would you tell Mr. Wiggles? Hey, Mr. Wiggles, what's the matter? Can I do anything? Do you want a hug? Remember when someone's sad? We try to make them feel better. Someone came to read my book. Someone was not kind. Someone read with dirty hands and left these marks behind. Boys and girls, should someone do that to someone else's belongings? Remember during show and tell, we look at each other's toys, we pass it around in a circle, and we say, be careful, it doesn't belong to you. We have to respect other people's belongings. Someone didn't respect Mr. Wiggles' book. Look at all those marks. How would you feel if someone put all those marks on a book that you liked or a toy, right? And they touched the book with dirty hands. Whoever touched the book should have washed their hands, right, boys and girls? Right? When we have messy hands, we should always clean our hands with soap and water. I would be upset too, Mr. Wiggles, if someone did that to a book that I liked. No, but someone's not respecting your property. Someone stood upon my book to reach a high up shelf. Now the book's a dirty mess, and I'm beside myself. Someone stepped on his book. Should people step on books, boys and girls? What are you supposed to do with a book? You're supposed to look at a book and read a book, not put your feet on a book. Look at all that, the footprints. That's not respecting someone's property. He's still sad. Someone's not doing the right thing. Someone came to read my book. Someone liked to scribble. Someone colored with a crayon and sat in Mr. Wiggle. Now someone's writing on the book. Should we write on books, boys and girls? What should we write on? Paper, or a notebook, not a book that you read. Okay, someone scribbled. That's not nice. Someone came to read my book and left it on the floor. Then someone walked away with it, and I can't find it anymore. Oh, he can't see his book. Do you see his book, boys and girls? There it is. Maybe he can't see because he's on top of the table. But, boys and girls, is that where the book should belong? Where is a book supposed to go? The book should go in a bookshelf or in a container. Not on the floor like that. Do you see any books on Miss P's floor? Nope. See, the books are right there where they belong, in the shelf. Someone read my book outside. When it began to pour, the pages became blurry and I can't read them anymore. Oh, see the word blurry? What do you think the word blurry means? The next sentence tells you what it means. And I can't read them anymore. That means the book got so wet that you can no longer see the words in the story. How are you supposed to read a book without any words? Mr. Wiggles is so sad. Should you leave a book outside in the rain? No. Someone came to read my book. Someone spilled a drink. Now the wet and sticky book will need repair, I think. Uh-oh. You gotta be careful when you're reading a book, right, boys and girls? Like Miss P borrows books from the library for you guys. And I always tell you to be careful because they're not my books. I would have to pay for them. But look, you should be very careful. Look at the juice spilled on the book. Uh-oh. That's not okay. I tried to say I love my book. I wish that you did too. But someone was too busy pasting paper with some glue. Now they're gluing papers onto his book. Look at his face. What are they doing? You're not supposed to glue paper on my book. Is that the right thing to do, boys and girls? No. See, the look on his face tells you it's not right. Someone came to read my book. Someone was not nice. Someone tore this page, you see, and even tore it twice. Someone ripped the paper? Should we rip pages from a book? No, books are for reading and looking at, not for destroying. You have to respect other people's belongings, right? You want someone to do the same for your things, right? Someone came to read my book while eating marmalade. Then someone tried to wash it off, but what a mess that made. Oh, marmalade is another word for jam. They put jam on his book now? Oh no, look at his face. Still doesn't look too happy. He's like, ugh. Someone came to read my book. Someone was not smart. Someone writing on this page broke my little heart. Oh, they're writing on his book now? Oh, poor Mr. Wiggles, he's crying. I wonder who's doing this to his book. Do you have an idea who could be doing these things to his book, boys and girls? What can you say to Mr. Wiggles? Oh, I hope you find the person who's doing all these things, Mr. Wiggles. That's not nice. Someone came to read my book, but soon ran out of time and left a pencil to mark the place, which damaged the book's spine. Uh-oh. So they put a pencil in the book, and look, the outside of the book, that's called the spine. It's breaking, it's ripping. Uh-oh, that's not nice. Someone's not respecting his property. Someone came to read my book, but made some holes instead. Wiggle the bookworm did it. Is what that someone said. Now there's a hole in the book. Do you think Mr. Wiggles did it? No, I think someone else did it. They're trying to blame him, right, boys and girls? We should not lie. It's not good to lie that someone else did something, right? Someone came to read my book. Someone stopped right here. Instead of using a bookmark, the page was bent. I fear. Oh, should we bend pages in books? No, we should use a bookmark. Look at his face. Someone came to read my book, but when someone was through, someone forgot to turn it in and now it's overdue. Oh, it says Mr. Wiggle overdue. Oh, the book didn't belong to him, boys and girls. It belonged to the library. Just like Miss P, when I get books for you from the library and I say, be careful, this book is not mine. Right? Miss P has a lot of books to go to the library, but right now, all the libraries are closed because a lot of people are getting sick. Just like schools are closed, boys and girls. But that means he has to pay some money because his book is late. When you come to read my book, will you be my friend? Will you take good care of it from the first page to the end? How does he feel now? Would you take care of Mr. Wiggles' book? Right? You would take care of it as if it's your own book, right, boys and girls? Remember, my name is Mr. Wiggle, and I'm the library bookworm. I want all the books in good shape to check out when it's your turn. Oh, right? If we go to the library, we get some books, we check them out, and then the librarian will give us a receipt and said, oh, the books are due in 2 weeks. So take good care of books so they stay in shape. It makes me smile to think of the great book friend you will make. Oh, he thinks he'll be great at taking care of his books. You guys take care of my books as well in school. If you want to be my friend in this book, don't sign your name. Oh, see, look it. That means you can't do it. Right? We're not supposed to write in books. You have made me happy. I'm so very glad you came. Oh, now he's in a better mood. The end.